Hi guys, good evening. Hi guys, good evening. I guess everyone is doing good. I, Annapurna K.S. Murugan, would like to welcome you all onto BYJU'S exam prep. Yeah, today we are going to discuss what this parajumbles would be. So we'll be discussing in and out of parajumbles. Hence, so tighten your seat belts and just watch what we are going to train you people. Right. Right. Now, can I know what do you think about parajumbles? What it is? And why do we have to do this parajumbles? Any ideas? Maybe you people would have a kind of faint ideas about this jumble in the sense, so something will be mixed up and you need to just make them arrange them in a right order. Yes, if you people have this faint knowledge about parajumbles, yes, that's true. You people need to arrange the things according to right order. But what is this right order? How can we understand what is right order, what is not right order? So we need to know, or we need to get into the subject in detail, right? Here, our agenda of the session is to understand what kind of questions you people would be getting on parajumbles in your CAT exam, so and even non-CAT exams, and even in other management exams. Basically, here we are going to get paragraph based questions. What type of questions we are going to get? So you will be seeing that we are going to get paragraph based questions. Okay, so now, yes, so paragraph based questions. What is this paragraph? What exactly happens in this paragraph? So you all know that when articles are built, so how it is built, it will be having different paragraphs, isn't it? Why these different paragraphs are built? Why can't we put in one single paragraph the entire article, and just why can't we write it? Why? Tell me guys, why we can't write it? Is there any purpose of having the paragraphs? Yes, definitely we have a purpose of these paragraphs. So basic purpose of these paragraph framing is that the information has to reach correctly and without any kind of confusions, right? So that is the reason we basically have this paragraph formation. What does that imply? So that means in each idea, so author would be having one particular idea. That particular idea will be expanded or explained, and then if required, certain kind of examples will be given, and then it will be concluded. Then so such kind of paragraphs, what do we call? So we call it as coherent paragraphs. Why coherent? What do we mean by coherent? Coherent is nothing but, so everything that is discussed in that paragraph will be on the same note, right? So what will be happening here? So everything that is discussed in that particular paragraph will be on the same note, and that is what basically you guys need to know. It is not just like what is that. So we have, just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. कर रही हूँ वो नहीं उठा रहा है, एक सेकेंड। Paragraph will be built, and at the same time, so you will be seeing that the paragraph is explained further. And then what happens, if required, they try to give certain evidences. Evidences in the sense example. For example, so now whatever I am explaining, so I'll be giving you examples, okay, to make the things more better, or it could be better understood with the examples. That's the reason they would try to give certain evidences or examples, and ultimately what they do, they try to conclude the passage, right? So if these are the things, in this way, if the paragraph is constructed, then even our para-jumbles also would be in the same way. Why? Because in para-jumbles, you will be having, so the combination of different sentences of a particular paragraph, so in a haphazard way, and you people have to arrange them. Okay, basically what you need to do, you have to arrange them in right order so that a neat paragraph would be constructed. Now, you would be wondering, so from where we get these para-jumble questions? They are nothing but, so para-jumbles are extracted from the articles from some paragraphs. For example, you people can see here the paragraph. So you can see here, corporate response appears to have been substantial. You can see here, and they are explaining it, how, where it is substantial, on what process it was substantial. Everything is explained here. If you want, you people quickly read. So according to figures collected in 1977, the total of this. See, they are trying to explain the idea that has been presented. So then what happens? Then they are giving certain evidences, everything which is happening in sequence. Look at the thing. So they introduce the idea, they are explaining it further, and then they are giving further explanations. You can see the projected total of corporate, this, it was this. So to justify the same above sentence, they are doing this particular things. Okay, why I'm showing this paragraph here is that you people need to understand that everything that is put in the paragraph, every sentence that is stringed in the paragraph will have some or the other this one, a kind of connections. Okay, they are just like beats. Okay, we can't just, what is that, misplace the beats anywhere, because like what happens, it won't look good, isn't it? So therefore a proper this one, streaming of the ideas required. So this is how, if you go through, you can see that it is a well-built paragraph. It is dealing with one particular idea. They are explaining, they are giving the contrary ideas, they are giving what is that further evidences, and ultimately they are concluding. So basically, you people remember that. So yes, in the paragraph, everything that will be having will be based on one particular idea, right? So that is one thing. But now, so on what are the things these paragraphs will be built, or what does this paragraphs will have? If you see that, the paragraphs basically will be having so certain things. It's not just always they will pick up an idea, they will try to explain evidence, even though the pattern will be same, but they will be discussing different concepts. Okay, why you people need to know this different concepts? Because these are the key things that you people can use to solve your para jumbles exclusively. That means, so if you go with these information and the tactics, whatever we say, you believe or not, you people will never go wrong. And in fact, so you will be seeing that you can very easily solve the questions here. So now, what are those things? How the paragraphs are built? On the basis of cause and effect. Yes, father will be explaining so the details about cause and effect, how the sentences will be there, how they will be framed up. So these things will be there. That means you need to know how these paragraphs will be built if it is cause and effect. Then generic to specific. They will speak about a generic idea and then they try to go about a specific thing. For example, COVID, in a COVID paragraph, COVID and India. So what happens? We'll first discuss about COVID, and then what we'll be doing will particularly come so to the this one in India, how it impacted. Okay, so like this it will be going, and contrary ideas will be discussing in a paragraph as well. That means you people can expect in the this one sentences, in this para jumble sentences, even the contrary ideas as well. And parallelisms. What is this parallelism? Analogous ideas. Analogous ideas in the sense what? So on a particular logic or a particular this one, a frame, they would be giving 2-3 examples or 2-3 different situations, but they will be having in the same logic. Okay, so that's called your parallelism. And then comes your chronological. Chronological means even what they will do in a paragraph, they will try to discuss the things according to the time it has happened. That means either it could be in ascending order or descending order. So this is also one trend of what is that framing the paragraphs. Action and sequence we may have, and idea transformations will be there, and idea this one, what is that, rephrasing of the ideas also could be one of the thing here, right? So the next thing, let us quickly understand, so what methods you people can do to solve this questions. Actually, I use one method that's called 7-star method. So basically, as the name itself indicate, 7-star. What does this 7-star means? Something high class, super, right? Superlative. I can use the word superlative. Yes. So basically, this method will actually help you people to crack this para jumbles in a beautiful manner, with a strainless manner. You people can so basically target these questions. So, and also I have seen that most of the students don't try to attend this only, because we'll be having, see, if you see CAT exam, so you will be having hardly so two questions there. So what we'll say, no issues, let's leave. No, don't do that, because that every question is important. Okay, and it is one of the easiest way. In easy way you can score well there. Okay, so that's the reason, kindly what is that, give an attempt and attempt with this 7-star method. What is that a 7-star method says? So the first important thing is proactive reading skills. Very important. If you think that I'll just read and I'll try to solve it, No, reading and understanding is very, very, very important. Okay, so it's not like actually exams don't test you, test your reading part. That means whether you can read the thing or not. They want to test, or they try to test your reading and understanding skills. Therefore, if you're reading a sentence, okay, so make sure that you understand what is happening there. So that is called as proactive reading skills. We don't want like what is that, just a random reading. Proactive, that means you need to understand the question idea, I mean the sentence idea, and along with that, so you need to have a speed reading also. Why? Because time is constraint, right? So and then so you need to understand, identify what is the topic and argument. All this time I was saying the same thing. Every paragraph will have topic and argument. See, this identifying the topic and argument, so in Jumbles also it is very important, and when you people do RCs also it is very important, and when you people do CRs also it is very, very important. So therefore, this is like very, very important method that you people need to practice. And then identify, so in the sentences, I'll show this in the example, how this argument is moving, right? We actually went through the we went through certain combinations, how the paragraphs will be built. Always remember that whether the argument is discussed on both the sides, that is both positive and negative, which is nothing but contrary side, or whether they are trying to this one add on for the same argument, that is what. So it's nothing but they are picking up the argument, they are explaining it, they are concluding it. Whether the sentences are in that mode, you people need to identify. And also we have certain things, very important, transition words, the connectives, because you people know that how ideas are connected. Ideas are connected through connectives, which can be referred to as transition words. So please make sure that you are well versed, and this one you can actually identify what are these transition words and why these transition words used. Overall, we have around 250 transition words used for different purposes, right? So kindly, what is that, you try to go through them, understand, so where, when, what kind of transition word is used. So this is very easy method of doing that. And also understand the differences, how each sentence is different and how each sentence is related. Okay, so this is also very, very, very key important thing. And also, like, you need to know the logic. That's the reason I said we need to have proactive reading. Why? Because you need to understand the logic. What is the logic they are trying to express in the paragraph there in the form of different sentences? That logic, if you understand the logic, then I guess nobody can stop you from actually identifying the right arrangement of ideas. Ultimately, so once you do all these things, okay, so you just try to see whether your paragraph so formed is coherent and cohesive. What do you mean by coherent and cohesive? So it is nothing but whether they are talking on one particular idea, whether the explanation, evidences or contraries, whatever is happening, it is happening on the same very mode or not, is what you people need to identify ultimately. It is not just random, you need to do the things. You need to understand and do the things. That is very, very important. Now, before I go to the question, I would like to tell the purpose of these questions in most of the management exams. Why they have these questions? You would be wondering, ma'am, already like what is that? We have reading comprehensions, we are answering the questions and everything. So therefore, why is again like this is one type of question? Yeah, definitely you may understand the questions, you may understand the passage, you may be doing the thing. But at the same time, you people need to also understand how the ideas will be put to make a coherent and cohesive paragraphs. Why? In future, you people may present certain write-ups or certain publications because you will be dealing with the team, because you will be in the management department. So therefore, what is that? Not just reading and understanding, but even you people need to, what is that? Present your own ideas in the form of papers and all these things. So therefore, what should happen? You people need to know this important component of writing, and also when you are understanding the passages, if you know this important ingredient, then you people will better understand the things there, because we'll have questions like so why this idea is presented, why not these ideas. So if you understand the structuring of the paragraph, then it will be very easy, and that is the reason we have these questions. So now just have a look at these sentences. So what do we have here? So now I'll be reading out and I'll be explaining to you people. So in the next class, you people do the this one questions. Okay. So now what do we have here? As India looks to increase the number of cities. Okay. So India is planning to do something. Okay, our urban planning, so it is giving us the instruction, so must factor in potential natural disaster and work out contingencies in advance. That means it is trying to, okay, it is planning up, and so we need to plan something, so for this natural disasters, and then we need to work out on the possibilities in advance. That means indirectly we need to get ourselves prepared. So because why? India is looking to increase the number of cities. Okay, fine. So authorities must revise data, upgrade infrastructure and mitigation plans, etc., etc. This is also talking something about infra. This is also talking about infra, right? So that means what? Yeah, both the things are talking about infra. Okay, so let us keep it this. So now when you're doing this, you can also see here like, so authorities must revise the data and upgrade the infrastructure. Okay, it is giving the proposal, and after this proposal we can put this. Why this? The same thing they have repeated here, isn't it? So here it is for the first time you can see that they have to do something. Why? Because they have to mitigate the natural calamities. So there the idea is described. So I can take this 2 and then I can put as 1 here. Then I can say even India is planning to build number of cities, even it has to work on these things. Therefore, I can find the pair here. The pair is 2 and 1. Okay, so let us see another 2 things. There is no denying the fact that our baseline normal weather is changing. Oh, they are presenting some idea. What is that idea they are presenting here? They are trying to say that the normal weather is changing. That means some kind of idea introduction is happening. Something happening here. So that is the idea introduction is happening here. And now it is no longer a question of whether we will be hit by nature's fury, but rather than when. So that means what? This is also talking about weather. This is also something related about the weather and climate only. But here, which one to team up now? How to team up here? If you see, third one is kind of introducing the idea. If you can read this, you can sense that it is talking about like, okay, so we have the weather changing, right? So only when we talk about some idea, then only we can say na, when we are going to face this and when we are not going to face this. So that is the thing. So first I'll be saying tomorrow we have competition. Okay. So who all have to attend, who all should not attend, that will be given later. So that means what? First we are saying that we have a problem, then whether that will affect us or not affect us should come posted. So therefore what? 3 and 4 comes together here, right? 3, 4, and because, so first, this is the problem. Because of this problem, this thing is happening, planning is happening on infrastructure. Therefore, 3, 4, 2, 1 could be our right arrangement. What has happened here? How did we do this? By understanding, right? So we understood, we tried to locate first the pairs, okay, and after identifying the pairs, we tried to see how the paragraphs can be built, because we had the basic knowledge. First we need to talk about the idea, then rest of the things will be coming here. So what is the thing we have here? It is like, so the idea and action, or even I can say problem and action, so could be the thing here. This is how the paragraphs are constructed, right? So that is how. So if you have to do, or if you have to correctly answer these questions, you people need to know these things whichever was said before this question, right? So if you want to learn more, so then be tuned with BYJU'S exam prep, and we'll be meeting you tomorrow with further questions, and we'll be solving together. Thank you guys.